I cannot believe that I actually finished reading Harry Potter à l'école des sorciers.
Another word I don't know.
Qu'il est
For the sake of my mental health, it's fine. Baguette magique. Baguette magique.
Harry Potter à l'école des sorciers. This is gonna be my first French book. I've always been interested in learning new languages. I wanted to put myself to the test. I'm not gonna lie, I cheated a little bit. I started reading without y'all, sorry. Les Survivants. I only read the first page and you see that I already highlighted 2 words that I didn't know. And when I don't know a word, I just hold and press. That's why reading on a Kindle is so amazing. And you have the dictionary. C'était un homme grand et massif qui n'avait pratiquement pas de cou. Pardon. Cou in Portuguese means a very bad word. So it's a little funny, okay? I'm 5. Posséder. Another word I don't know. I can also highlight the word I don't know and just write a note with the meaning that makes most sense to me. Even if you're not sure what you're doing when you're reading a book in a different language, trust me, I know I read books in English and my native language is Portuguese. Take my word for it. Don't get too frustrated when you don't know how to pronounce something. It's normal. It's also useful when you highlight the word so you can go back to check the pronunciation. Just be patient with yourself. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna film, but I'll update you guys when I have something else to say. See ya!
Je viens juste de lire le premier chapitre de Harry Potter à l'école des sorciers. I just finished the first chapter and let me tell you, I was reading it it was so weird to read alone. I got an audiobook in French to read it for me and then I can do some immersive reading and that helped a lot. Way more productive and I honestly understood a good chunk of it instead of just reading it with my own 2 eyes because I think I was just reading one word at a time and then if I tried to read all of it together in a sentence, it didn't make any sense. So it's gonna help with pronunciation, with understanding, with pacing, everything. Let's go, let's keep going.
Qu'est-ce que tu as dit? Glapi s'attend derrière la porte. Rien, rien. L'anniversaire de Dudley. La poste ne fonctionne pas le dimanche, dit-il d'un ton joyeux et étalant consciencieusement. You know, the more I read this book in French, the less worried I am about not understanding everything because there are some things that can't be translated on my Kindle and that's okay, you know? For the sake of my mental health, it's fine. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't just read that, you know? Mais non. Consciencieusement. Mais c'est quoi ça? Dutifully. Right.
Sorry, je suis le gardien des clés de Poulard. Hogwarts is Poulard. You know, I would have accepted Hogwarts, you know? But Poulard, tu sais déjà ce qu'est Poulard, j'imagine. Non, répondit Harry. You say Harry Potter, but you can't say Hogwarts. And also, so cute. I forget how innocent Harry is in the first book because he's just a child, right? But look at what he says here. Hagrid is crashing out about Harry not knowing about being a wizard, but Harry doesn't know that yet. So Hagrid is just vous n'allez pas dire, rougit Hagrid, que ce garçon ne sait rien sur rien. He's crashing out bad. But Harry pensa qu'il les a exagérés. Après tout, il était allé à l'école et il avait toujours eu des bonnes notes. He's so cute.
Attends un peu, s'il te plaît. Baguette magique. Baguette magique. Magic wand in French is baguette magique. I can't believe that, bro. They change a lot of the names in this book, and sometimes it gets really confusing. And I even wonder that, do I understand the story because I already know the story and I already read the books? Or is it because I understand French? Maybe a little bit of both, but baguette magique caught me completely off guard. I read it and I was like, baguette? As in the bread? Anyway, I'm so far 22% in this book. Yes, I'm taking my sweet time to read this. It just takes a lot of brain power, so it's taking me a while to read this.
I swear, the more I read this book in French, the more I find French cute. Tache de rousseur, it's freckles. From the same creators of Baguette Magique. I keep forgetting how Harry is so, like, he's such a kid. He's so cute, I can't. I want to cry. I know it's taken me so long. It's already 2026. I started reading this in 2025. Yeah, it turns out reading in your third language, not easy. It's been so long since the last update that I even cut my hair. I am 44% in, and I cannot wait to finish this. I don't know why in my head I thought that reading Harry Potter in French would be a great idea. It is not. Don't read fantasy books in a language that you don't fully understand everything. Don't be like me. Read a silly little romance or something like that. I'm too far into this book to quit now, but I really want to quit. I was reading and then I came to this Roussard and I was like, who's Roussard? It's Filch. I don't know why they're changing the names. It's like with Professor Snape. He has a different name that I'm not gonna remember right now, but he has a different name as well. Like, why are we changing names? I mean, I guess Snap would have been a little weird. I just read the most iconic line from Hermione. The one where she says, you could have gotten us killed or worse, expelled. But in French. So, on aurait pu se faire tuer ou pire, être renvoyé. Renvoyé. Yeah, nothing worse than being expelled from Hogwarts. I mean, she has a point. And yes, it's the same day I just straightened my hair. But it's the same day. I just read them explaining Quidditch in French. My brain is fried. I didn't understand most of it, and I am very much okay with that.
I cannot believe that I actually finished reading Harry Potter à l'école des sorciers. And let's talk about it, because it was not easy. Not even the slightest. It was actually really hard. And I don't know what I was thinking. I picked up this book solely because I've read it 3 times now. And I thought it was going to be easy. Harry Potter is for kids, right? Allegedly. It's for kids, so it's gonna be an easy language. I know the story from back to back. It's fine, it's gonna be great. Well, I was incredibly wrong. I forgot to think to myself that this is a fantasy book and the world building is insane. Is absolutely insane. We all know. If you want to read a book in your language, don't be like me and pick up a fantasy book. Don't do that. If you ask me right now, like, what book should you pick to read in your target language? I would say a very easy romance book. Probably even a romance that you already read and you love. That's a smarter choice. Because there's no world building. We already know how the world works because it's the same as ours, almost. There's probably gonna be more useful vocabulary than the ones I picked up reading this, because what am I gonna use pouf souffle for? Hufflepuff. Nothing, exactly. I mean, the way I did this was every time I didn't know a word, I would highlight it and write down the meaning of that word. That was helpful, but at the same time, it came to a point where I just did not care if I didn't understand a paragraph completely. I was just so over it because I started reading this book, I don't remember. I think it was October 2025 and it is now March, almost April 2026 because I'm recording this on the 29th. This was not productive at all. And if I wasn't so insistent on this being finished, because once I start something, it's very hard for me to give up halfway through. If I wasn't like that, I would probably DNF this book. And that's not what I want to happen with you, you know? Because not everyone is as stubborn as I am. And you might give up on learning a new language because of that. And we don't want that. So pick up something easier, but not too easy, like a children's book. You're not gonna be interested in it because that book is made for kids. And you're not a kid anymore, probably. I kept forgetting a lot of words. I think it was just too much input. And I was like, my brain was starting to like smoke out of my ears. You know, I have a headache right now because I just finished reading the book. But I did highlight a bunch of things, which was really fun. But I kept forgetting a lot of words. Like one example is cauchemar, which is nightmares. I kept forgetting what that word was. And the thing is, with the French version, they changed a few names, so I got confused a little bit too, because in the Brazilian Portuguese version, they don't change the names, it's the same in English. I mean, at least for the characters. Filch's name was Russard, and they started yapping about this Russard, and I was like, who the heck is that? Turns out it was Filch. Same thing was Professor Snape, Professeur Rogue. What? Anyway, the only thing that truly brought me joy was baguette magique, because I cannot get over the fact that they actually called their wands a baguette. It's just too good. Aside from that, it was a terrifying experience and I wouldn't wish it on a person I didn't like. I guess that's it. And I have a Dramini fanfiction in French. I already know I won't be reading that. I really wanted to read it because it was in French, but since it's the same universe, I ain't doing that. If you're wondering which one it is, Dans son regard by The White Quill. This one, right here. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. It was super fun to read this, but I will not be ever doing that again. I mean, I want to read more books in French, but maybe a silly little romance. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, even though it took months for me to film it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next one. Okay? Bye!